This is Chapter 1, Static Electricity. Let's take a look at the table of contents. This is the table of contents of Chapter 1. The section 1.1 is the atomic structure. The next session we talk about electric field, and then isotopes and atomic weights, the compounds and the molecules, and at the end we talk about the types of materials. Let's begin session 1.1, the atomic structure. Let's begin with atoms. All matters are made up of countless tiny particles. These particles are extremely dense and small. An atom is the smallest constituent unit of ordinary matter that constitutes a chemical element. So this is what an atom is about. Let's randomly pick a thing, such as an eraser. For this eraser, let's randomly pick a point, such as the dot here, and then we zoom in. In this region, there are countless small atoms. Imagine if we zoom in this many times, maybe 1,000,000 times, or maybe 1,000,000,000 times. Perhaps we can see some particles floating in this region. Each one is an atom. So here is called the Bohr's model of an atom. An atom is made of three fundamental or three types of particles. They are protons, neutrons, and electrons. So here, this is just a model called Bohr's model of this atom. And as you can see, these particles are color-coded. They are in different colors. We're going to talk about the meaning of these colors very soon. And if you look at here, the diameter of this sphere is about 0.1 to 0.5 nanometer. For the nanometer, the nano is a very small prefix for the unit, which is 10 to the power -9 meter. Or we can say is 1 meter, and then you move the decimal point to the left 9 times. So 0.1 to 0.5 times 10 to the power -9 meter, which is very small distance. We can also say this is in the range from 1 to 5 multiply 10 to the power -10 meter. 10 to the power -10 meter is called 1 angstrom. The symbol is an A, and then on the top of the A there is a small circle. For the scientists who study things in the small world, such as quantum mechanics or nuclear physics, use these symbols a lot. Now let's take a look at the meanings for the colors of these particles. The protons are color-coded in purple. As you can see, in this atom, there are 2 purple spheres, which means there are 2 protons. For this sphere, it's in gray. It means it's a different type of particle and is called a neutron. Over here, there are 2 small particles in green. They are called electrons. So these are the 3 different types of the particles in the atom. Every electron travels along its own path around this atom. The path is called orbit. The protons and the neutrons are always located at the center of the atom. The small region in the core of this atom that contains neutrons and protons is called the nucleus. So the inner sphere inside the atom represents the nucleus. And then the next topic is about electric charge. So what is electric charge? It's the basic property of matter carried by some elementary particles. There are 2 types of charges, either positive charge or negative charge. These charges occur in discrete nature units. They can neither be created nor be destroyed. In other words, we cannot create them and we cannot destroy them. And here, let's go back to the same Bohr's model with the same element, right, with 2 protons, 1 neutron, and 2 electrons. First, we define proton carry a positive charge. This is defined. And then we define electron carries negative charge. For neutron, right, its name neutron, neutral, which means it does not carry any charge. So this is session 1.1.